What's up, Wolfpack fam? It's your boy Kid back at it again. Hope everyone is doing great. Today's suggestion comes from Julie James. We are going to be checking out some Sarah Millican for the very first time. So let's get it, boys and girls.
But I discovered something about myself recently that I did not know. I discovered that I am a workaholic. Haven't always been a workaholic. I think it's much easier to be a workaholic when you love your job, which I do. But before this, when I had a proper job and I worked in an office Monday to Friday, I was not a workaholic. I was very happy at 5 o'clock to go, bye, fuck the lot of you. But I read an article about workaholics by a man called Oliver Berkman, and he said people are workaholics for one of two reasons. Either they're hiding away from something at home, or they have nothing else going on in their lives. And I realised quite sadly that I fell into the latter category. I had my job, but I didn't really do or have anything else. One of the remedies he suggested to fix this, he said, actively create meaning elsewhere. And that's what I decided to do over the last 12 months, and that is what my show is about. Now, the first thing I decided to buy a house. I'd lived in the same rented city centre flat in Manchester for the last 6 years, and I really wanted somewhere. I wanted a house. I wanted to settle down. I wanted a house mostly because I'd lived in flats for 16 years, and I really missed going upstairs to bed. Not through the fucking kitchen. Upstairs to bed. But I was sitting only a few weeks ago, quite smugly, upstairs in bed, thinking, this is the life. I've arrived. I'm upstairs in bed. And then I thought, shit, now I've got to go downstairs for food. But what I wanted was somewhere that makes me feel the same way my parents' house makes me feel. They've lived in the same house since they got married 47 years ago. Exactly, and this is what I wanted. I wanted somewhere that I could build memory after memory after memory. Now, I was there sort of late summer last year with my sister, the four of us just sitting around with cups of tea around the kitchen table, putting the world to rights. It was lovely. And at the exact same moment, my sister and I both heard the ice cream man. And it was like no time had passed. No words were exchanged between my sister and I. She shot me a look that said, do you want one? And I shot back a look that said, of course I fucking do. She picked up her purse and she ran out of the house. When she came back in, she told me there'd be no children anywhere near the ice cream man, just a 44-year-old woman running towards it. He'd started to pull away. She had to flag him down. And as she flagged him down, he shouted out of the window, come on, missus, you can do it. She came back in with 3 ice creams, one for me, one for her, and one for me dad, because my mum doesn't really like sweet things. And she said, where's dad gone? Because my dad was no longer in the room. I said, he's gone to the toilet. Now, I don't know what your dads are like, but my dad can lose a good 20 minutes, half an hour in there. So she started to sort of lick her ice cream and kind of tidy his, do you know what I mean? Licking hers normally, but then spinning this one round. She was like a fucking machine, licking and tidying, licking and tidying, licking and tidying. This one started to get quite small, and I said, oh, that's not fair on Dad. And she said, well, what do you want me to do about it? I said, I think you should take it to him while he's on the toilet. And she said, well, if I'm going, you're coming with us. So we go upstairs together. Mum and Dad's toilet is separate from their bathroom. And I said to my sister, before you go any further, you must promise me one thing. She said, what's that? I said, you must promise me that when you open that door, you keep your eyes tight shut, because you will never be able to unsee what you are about to say. She promised. She knocked on the door. My dad said, come in, like it was an office. And with her eyes tight shut, she opened the door and handed in an ice cream. And my dad said, I cannot take that. And we thought, quite rightly, because eating an ice cream while you're doing this shit is disgusting, isn't it? But my dad said, I'm reading the paper, my hands are full. But my parents have always lived near a park, and I'd always been able to see a tree out of my bedroom window, so that became another priority. I wanted to see a tree out of my bedroom window. Didn't give a shit if it was on a fucking roundabout, just a tree. But it became very clear early on that I'm not massively suited to country living, having lived in the city centre for so long. I drove along a lovely country lane, and I saw a white marquee tent. And instead of thinking, oh, somebody's having a lovely summer party, I just thought, oh, someone's been murdered. One of the houses I looked at was owned by a couple who were getting divorced. It was very sad. And it was the husband who was showing me around. And I'd realised what was going on straight away, and I decided just to go through it very quickly because it was clearly painful for both of them. Now, I don't know if you've ever been shown around a house or have shown somebody around your house, but there's a degree of stating the obvious involved, isn't there, when they say things like, "This is the kitchen." I know. I mean, I call it the biscuit room, but whatever. "This is the living room." Yeah, it's another biscuit room. He took me upstairs to a closed door and he said, "This is the master bedroom." I said, "Great." He said, "I'd love to show you in there, but I can't." I said, "Oh, why not?" He said, "I can't show you in there because there's a lady crying in there." Which is sad, but also quite an unusual way of describing his wife when potentially he's the reason she's crying in the fucking first place. But I said to him, "Look, I'm divorced myself. I understand what you're going through. I know that this is horrible for both of you and you just want to get it over and done with so you can both move on with your lives independently. I understand. You have my total sympathy. You really do. But I also know that you can cry in the bathroom, so fucking move her."
Move it.
Now, the house I looked at was owned by a really posh lady, so I already hated her. That's terrible, isn't it? I'm not supposed to hate anybody. I only hate posh twats. It's fine. I was going to say, have we got an in, but I've just remembered where I
am. Where was she right now, guys?
Yeah, you're all clapping. There'll be a couple of people at the back from Jesmond going, "Actually, there are posh people in tonight." But this posh lady was very dramatic in all of her gestures. She said to me, "There is underfloor heating throughout." I said, "That doesn't impress me, love. I've got slippers."
Exactly.
And then, as if to hammer it home, she said, "There isn't a single radiator in the whole building." And I, because sometimes my mouth kicks in before my brain's had a chance, just said, "Well, how'd you dry your knickers then?" And the friend that I was with said, "Just chuck them on the floor."
Chuck them.
But I found a house that I liked and I got a survey done and the survey came back and it meant nothing to me at all. But luckily I've got a friend who's a builder and he said, "Let me have a look at it and I'll put it into layman's terms for you." I said, "Smashing." Now give us a cheer if you own your own home. Give us a cheer if you rent. See, up until this point, I'd only ever rented, and I think there are phrases that mean nothing to those of us who rent that the rest of you understand. Because my friend, the builder, said, "There is one thing you will need." I said, "Oh yeah, what's that?" He said, "You'll need a damp-proof course." And I genuinely said, "I haven't got time to go to college."
Her face.
But the house that I bought had a log burner. I've never had a log burner before. I got quite excited about the log burner. Not as excited as my fella did. He just went, "Oh my God, we'll be able to get a toasting fork." "Oh, we'll be able to toast things?" And I thought, he does know I've got a toaster, doesn't he? But I went straight out. He went to work, I went straight out and bought a toasting fork. And I came back in, I grabbed a loaf of bread and I thought, I'm just going to sit and work my way through. I fucking love toast. But I couldn't get it to work. And I rang him and I said, "I can't get it to work." He said, "How can it not work? It's fire and bread." I told him what I'd been doing. Turns out I should have had the little door open. Oh, might as well have been lying slices of bread on top of me radiators. Or in amongst me knickers on the underfloor heating. Oh, you're right, that's probably too much yeast altogether, isn't it?
Too much.
But when I moved from the flat to the house, I had bits and bobs of furniture, not much, but I had some stuff, and I was trying to work out what would best go where. And I said to me fella, "God, I wish I had a tape measure." He said, "What do you need a tape measure for?" I said, "I just want to know if that unit will fit in that alcove." And he said, "Well, I can sort that out for you." I said, "I don't want you to move it." He said, "No, I can work it out for you." And I said, "Have you got a tape measure?" He said, "No, but I've just got like an instinct about these things." And I thought, fucking instinct. Let's have a look at your instinct, pet. And I said, "Go on then." So this is genuinely what he did. He went like this.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that'll fit.
So me.
I said, "Is that it? You could at least got your cock out and done 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches.
Hello, it's Sarah Millican here. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all of my latest videos.
Great job by Sarah Millican. Oh my God. I gotta admit, checking her out for the first time, she could tell a story. I just picture her around a campfire, everybody's just listening around her. There's good people out there that are just naturally funny, that could just tell a story and you just picture perfect every scene. And she's great. I'm digging the accent though. It was a beautiful she has a beautiful accent. So yeah, the question that we asked, where were they when she made that joke? She said it in there, so no need to say anything. Just sometimes thoughts pop up in my head, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. That last line at the end, yeah, just take your dick out and just use the 6 inches and stuff like that and measure it. But totally relatable. As far as the measuring stuff goes, like I remember just trying to I was getting a desk for this computer area, and I was just doing that. All right. Because yeah, I have a measuring tape, but it's always banging around somewhere. So I tend to do that stuff and I always mess up. And I'm always like, oh shit. I remember a friend of mine getting a refrigerator and they're like, yeah, it's gonna definitely fit. And yeah, they bought a refrigerator, they did some stupid measuring like that, and it didn't fit. They had to return that shit back. But I like the scene where she was describing about her father taking a shit, and it just reminds me of, my folks and stuff, shout out to them. But one of my family members takes a long shit, and yeah, it's like, what the hell are you doing in there? Crosswords, got movies now, DVD playing. I'm like, God damn, it's just I'm in and out, you know what I'm saying? So it's totally relatable story there. But yeah, when the father was like, "Yeah, I can't take this ice cream because I'm reading the damn newspaper and stuff." It's a beautiful line there. And it is just like her when she wanted to buy a house. She always lived in a flat, um, in an apartment. Same dream for me. That is still a dream for me to this day. Own a house. And yeah, like, yeah, just the way she described it. All right, I want to go up. I gotta go upstairs to my bed. And she's like, yes, this feels great. Oh shit, but I'm hungry. I gotta get snacks. So that's gonna be the predicament. It's nice when you have everything in there. There's some apartments out here in New York, especially like around Manhattan, where they're or no, matter of fact, Queens, where they're like train, so like a train cart. So it's just everything is just your apartment is just a line, not mine, but so everything is within reach and stuff. So your living room is like your kitchen and stuff. So they're very different and interesting apartments. But I had a blast with her. She's highly funny, a lot of great moments there. But the best thing about her, when you can tell a story really well, it's almost like just reading a book. So everything, each chapter is unfolding. She had the slippers on. She was great. So I highly enjoyed this. I had a blast watching. And this is how we start our day off, with a good laugh. This is a beautiful day right now. So I hope that everyone is enjoying their day. Thank you so much for watching. And hopefully we get some more Sarah in the channel very soon. So again, thank you, Julie James. Appreciate you. And if you enjoyed the content, leave a like in the comments and comment in the comment section. Guys, see you. Peace.